Brave Exvius has some new news, so let's get it poppin'. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. I am still awake, just trying to take care of a little business, and so when I saw the messages pop up, I said let's go ahead and handle it. Got a maintenance on Wednesday, so be sure to take care of all your requests early so that way you don't get caught up like I have the past couple of weeks and miss out on your daily quest lapis. Now, Gill Snapper's Cave is going to be around in case you need some gill. If you haven't been selling your stuff and you haven't been selling all of the extra event items, then, well, you may need some gill. If you've been doing a bunch of expeditions, you may need some gill. So, now, all of the chambers are going to be open for a whole week, starting on the 21st through the 28th. So we won't have to pay any extra lapis to get into anything that we need. And so definitely if you're leveling some gems after the storyline, go here and knock it out. But everything will be open. This is going to be especially great for newer players, just so you can kind of get ahead on some things. Awesome. Looking forward to it. The story is going to continue for us. We're going to the Kingdom of Farm once you get Miasma. And this is going to be available on Thursday the 20th. It's very close to Gronoa. Lots of warrior families live here. And we're going to find a Master Sakura. So that is super sick. So this is going to be after the Gronoa Shrine Depths. So be sure to catch up on the story if you haven't, so that way you'll be ready for it. And that's going to be a good opportunity for us to get some more lapis and have everything, a few more 5k lapis summons if need be. So we've got a new trial boss coming. It'll be AIGAION, and they already talked about him on the Brave Exvius YouTube, and they let us know that this fight is going to be ridiculous. We already know that. Stronger than any. We have a forum. They're not even going to try it on the channel. Crazy. Rewards. If you beat AIGAION, you get AIGAION's arm, which is it has 145 attack, and it also enables High Tide, which if you have Cecil or anybody else, you already know that doubles your limit break gauge fill rate. So that is ridiculous. Imagine High Tide and Overdrive on Riku. You could probably have re-raise going every single round if you need it. That is crazy to think about. Crazy. 100 lapis for completing the mission, and you get a Mughal if you use a limit burst. If you invoke Ramu, you get martial arts. That is awesome. And then if you don't use any magic at all, you get World Destroyer. Now this deals partial and reduces all of the combat stats for all enemies. How ridiculous does that? Wow. But then again, this fight is going to be insane. So paired, people have already reported that this fight takes hours. So make sure that you're ready. Make sure that you've got you some water, you've got you some snacks, and we're probably going to need to take some notes. It's going to be that long. That means there's going to be quite a few mechanics that we're going to need to overcome. So we'll go ahead and make sure we will be ready for it. That is crazy. Those rewards are crazy. I can't wait. Now, we're going to have more units getting their ability awakenings on Thursday as well. Starting off with Cecil, Luneth, Dark Knight Cecil, Rafia, X-Death, Rosa, and Sakura. Now this is really interesting because one of my brothers in Brave Exvius Arms, Smooth JK, was just doing a video, which I'm going to put a link to it in the comment section below, where he was comparing awakened abilities versus Dark Knight Cecil. So Luneth, Swordmaster, both levels boost attack a lot, and the second level boosts it more when you're equipped with a short sword, large sword, or katana. Advance Now you get an attack after activation, so that way you still deal damage while raising. And then level 2, you boost your attack increase by a whole lot, and it reduces your turns in effect. So that's different, but because it makes you so powerful, then I guess that's why they do it. Now, cut through is really interesting because Smooth JK was talking about it on his video, and so the first one boosts the defense that's ignored, and the second level actually chance before it. So if you have Advanced Awakened, you're going to deal damage before you use Cut Through, and I think Cut Through becomes 700%. It's a 700% multiplier. Well, 700% damage along with the ignored defense. So like 1500% multiplier or something really insane. I'll have to go back and check on some notes about that, but is because both Dark Cecil and Lunas, once their abilities are awakened, become extremely high damage attackers. So keep that in mind if you have either one of them, and we're going to talk. So Dark Knight Cecil, it's going to have his passive is going to increase his attack, his dark resistance, and then the second level basically recovers his health to full every turn during battle. So it makes it really easy for him to use more of his dark maneuvers because he'll recover his hit points at the end of the turn. So that way he doesn't have to worry about it. Now, Dark Cannon, dark resistance on enemies, and it's going to boost the damage by a lot. And Soul Eater is also going to reduce dark resistance on enemies. It's going to boost the hit points that are consumed, but it's also going to boost the damage amount by an extremely large amount. I think it becomes like 1200 or something silly. And so when you do, there's a trick that he was talking about where you cure him in between casts because it ends up boosting the hit points to 60% of it. But if you cure him in between casts, you can heal him through, so that way he survives the second hit, because if you didn't do that, then the second hit would kill him. But the damage that you deal from doing this is absolutely insane. So we got to keep this in mind. Hopefully I'll be able to pull him soon. So that is crazy to think about. Next we've got Cecil. We've got Cecil's light side, awakening abilities all over. Focus is going to have his magic points reduced, so that's cool. That is good stuff. Holy Light is going to give him regen every turn, and it's also going to boost his spirit. And Saintly Wall, I think it's going to boost the amount to 90%, and it's also going to boost the mitigation as well. I think the mitigation ends up getting all the way up to 75% mitigation. Then he recovers MP every turn during battle. So that is wild stuff. We've got a ton more that are going to get their awakenings, and so we'll have to check that out on Thursday. I've got Rafia and I've got X-Death, so I'll see what they're about as well. And Sakura, even though she already which is crazy spell, love it. And then last but not least, we've got, well, the Awakened Warriors. So these are going to be the ones that are able to be summoned. This is a really tricky banner for me because I already have everyone but Dark Knight Cecil. And so even though the drop rates are higher for Dark Knight Cecil, I don't know if I'm actually going to pull on this banner, because I would have just as much luck pulling for Dark Knight Cecil out of a daily pool versus just doing it, trying to burn a bunch of tickets on this banner. So I don't think I'm going to pull outside of dailies on this, just because I've got everybody else. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm able to get Dark Knight Cecil, since that's the only one I don't have. And that way I can level them up, test things out, and, you know, be able to deal those huge numbers. But what do you think about the update coming up? A lot of old favorites on it, but since they're getting their abilities awakened, it's going to be lots of opportunities to really excel in the game, and we're going to need it with AIGAION coming on. We're definitely going to need it. Let me know what you think of everything in the comment section below. If you like what you heard, throw me a like. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so, because we take care of a ton of business with Brave Exvius, with Tekken 7, and a lot of other games on my channel. And I really, really appreciate you coming by as usual. And until next time, this is Lee Van Dam, and you guys take care, and God bless.